Um, it's our privilege to have our media around, but let me recognize one personality who just popped in right now. As a Pakistani community, we honor that Mr. Thin is one of the most famous personality, not within the South Asian community, in particular Pakistani community, and I recognize, I honor him. He's among us and he's sitting among us. I totally appreciate his actually presence here. I was not expecting that, Mr. Thin, but thank you so much. And we also know that you also got that one of the famous title that you were one of the most powerful personality in the media. So thank you so much for coming in. Before the reason why I called everybody, that I wanted to make sure that everybody understand that our association and where we're heading in future, as well as what are the few things what we are going to do very coming months. So one of the festival, the Pakistani festival, it's one of the most recognized festival, becoming recognized festival in town. Our city of Surrey actually takes initiative, and they're doing a Surrey Fusion Festival, and Pakistan Festival is not very much closely likely Fusion Festival, but it is going to become a kind of same kind of festival which will be promoting our Pakistani culture and entertainment events and so many different things you will see. It's kind of a fusion also. So for that event, initially, that's why we're just going to give the community a big news today that what we're going to do. So I'll take that advantage the time, and then I can just a little bit elaborate about the Pakistan Festival, so we understand where we're heading. The Pakistan Festival has been started for last about 6-7 years. And we did that festival very successfully in town, and now we've been arranging that festival in Holland Park, which is located in the heart of Surrey. And we've been catering like about over 10,000 people in that event. And that is totally becoming a very recognizable event within the communities, especially in particular Surrey. So, it's the budget is very high for this event. Especially the media should know that we are roughly spending the last 2 events we spent about $55,000. It's not as big budget program as the other South Asian community do. But $55,000 means a lot for the community, and the volunteer associations they work hard to achieve that kind of amount. So thank you. This is Al Amin. They're also Mr. Jaffa Al Amin Media is one of our very famous media for in particular the Muslim community. Thank you. So now, if I may, if I can just read the statement we are going to issue, I'll read it out, and then after that, if you have any questions, you can ask me questions. And for the media, I also will send you the copy, so you'll have the statement with you. But I'll read it out if you want to take some notes. I have to stop because one of our religious leaders just arrived, and before we do anything, there's a short verses of Holy Quran they will recite. Yes. He's one of our very famous religious scholar, Maulana Namani. We are all Muslims are benefiting from him with Islamic teaching, and he's been very liberal and outreaching the community and outreaching the community and making sure that the direction of the Islam stays within the strictly, the religion, faiths, and all that. So why don't I just request you to why don't you just say a few recitation please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات. آمنت بالله صدق الله ومولانا العظيم.
Pakistani Canadian Culture Association welcomes the initiative of the Government of British Columbia for launching of 750,000 multicultural grant program to support and help 150 and more communities and organizations to raise awareness of multiculturalism. Pcca was established for the particular purpose of promoting the Pakistani culture and the Canadians writing in this multicultural society of our province of BC. Pcca, Pakistani Canadian Culture Association, is a non-profit society that works in partnership with community organizations, non-government organizations, the private sector, and the levels of government to develop sustainable legacies in intercultural and social issues, and to raise awareness about Pakistani culture to the Canadians to promote Canadian culture of the Pakistan to Pakistani Canadians. Pcca is proud sponsor of Pakistan Festival to arrange 2012 Pakistani Festival on August 26th at Holland Park in Surrey, BC. Previously, more than 10,000 Canadians attended this festival, enjoying the Pakistani fashion shows, products of Pakistan, Pakistani food, and live entertainment. Pcca trusts that the Pakistan Festival will raise awareness about Pakistan and its culture among the British Columbians and its rich multicultural identity. Pcca proud to announce that we are in the process of applying for $5,000 grant which BC Liberal government offered for the community. We are obliged and thankful to the Honorable Minister John Yap and his office, who are actively working with the local BC community and ethnic groups to bring them together and to promote the harmony and strengthen the overall concept of multicultural society in BC. We appreciate Honorable Premier of BC, Christy Clark, for their giant steps she has taken for the betterment of BC. That is the statement we issued. At the end, this is the statement, but at the end I would like to recognize the people who are working really close and hard with the community and with the community members. Without recognition of those members, I cannot move forward. Safide, she is always there for the community. Thank you so much today. She has been listening to the community. She has been assisting us in any way and giving us the right directions how our community should move and how we can move. And Honorable Minister John Yap. He's been around and he's been helping the communities, not only one community, and he's been doing a lot to promote the multiculturalism. And we also are very thankful that he's got the right ministry to serve the community. And as soon as they offer this grant program, we wanted to ensure that this, if we apply for this grant goes to the community. It goes directly to the community. Since we're doing this a big event, there a few other organizations are very heavily involved in this event. So we had a committee. We are also a member of that committee, which is taking a lead for the Pakistan Festival. It's a big event for the Pakistan community in BC. So that's why we wanted to oblige you, and we also wanted to make sure that we take the right steps to achieve this grant. So we are going to we're going through some steps. We are already halfway through for the application. We're going to submit within next week for this $5,000 grant. Thank you so much. At the end, I would like Honorable John Yap to say whatever his heart will say to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Naveed, for that great statement, and really appreciate your efforts and all of your colleagues on the board of directors of Pcca. Great work that you do in the community to raise and celebrate, raise awareness of the rich culture of Pakistani Canadians here in British Columbia. It's wonderful to hear that the association will be taking advantage of this grant program, which is the first of its kind, to support multiculturalism, the BC Multiculturalism Grant Program. And we look forward to your application moving forward and being successful. The purpose is very simple: to celebrate the many cultures that make up British Columbia. We all 180 different cultures and nations and ethnicities represented in our British Columbia, 180. And it's important that we continue to work within the framework of recognizing and mutual respect and celebration of the many cultures that make up British Columbia. So that's my mandate as the minister responsible for multiculturalism, to be the advocate, to be the spokesperson, to be the champion for multiculturalism for British Columbia, for Canada, and our British Columbia, and the multiculturalism that is our Canada. Since becoming the minister in late March, I've had the opportunity to meet many, many wonderful people who are deeply proud to be Canadian and deeply proud to represent their heritage. And certainly the Pcca has been very much at the forefront of celebrating with Canadians the rich Pakistani culture. It's wonderful to hear that this is your 10th year of being an active association, and we were some of the pioneers who were here at the very beginning. And look forward to the big celebration later this year of the 10th anniversary of Pcca. And before that, Pakistan Festival, which is always a big opportunity to celebrate. We look forward to this year's Pakistan Festival, which will be special because it happens during your 10th year. And it would be extra special because the province of BC, we look forward to participating in a modest way, but meaningful way to support the festival. As Minister, I want to also, thank you for highlighting the grant program. Another program that we believe is very meaningful is our Multicultural Award, provincial award, which we call the Pcca Award. This is an annual award that the province provides to recognize the contributions that an individual or a business or an organization, and this year we're adding a youth category, so 4 categories, makes to multiculturalism, just to highlight the importance of multiculturalism. So we're looking for nominations now for the Pcca Awards. So if any around the table know of an individual or a business or an organization or the youth who has really embodied and supported multiculturalism, to nominate them. And it's very easy to go on the website, which is embracebc.ca. Some of you have heard me talk about this website before, and follow the links to Pcca Awards. By the way, that's the same website to access the grant application, and follow the links. And for the award, please think about who maybe can go. In addition to a trophy, the recipient will receive a trophy and also a $5,000 donation to the charity of their choice. So it's a meaningful award. And we announced this in the third week of November, which is Multiculturalism Week in the province of BC. A full week, third week of November, when we celebrate multiculturalism in our great province. So mark that on your calendar, and as I said, please think about someone that you know in the community that has really made a difference in promoting multicultural. We are really blessed to live here in this part of the world, in British Columbia. We have a diverse population that lives in harmony and contributes so vibrantly to our social fabric. 1 in 4 British Columbians is a visible minority. 1 in 4. We are a shining model for the world, here in British Columbia and Canada. I always say that our multicultural society is our advantage, and it's very plain to see why. We live in a world that is bound by trade, and BC is a trading economy. We have to trade with the world to maintain our economy and our standard of living. We have such diversity that helps us in our ability to grow those commercial and trade relationships. We have people here that can relate and have affiliation and familiarity and speak the language with people in virtually every economy, certainly in the Asian and other economies. So it really enhances multiculturalism. I always say enhances our social prosperity and also our economic prosperity. And it's very important that we continue to support multicultural. So that's our focus, and delighted to get to know better and better the association, the Pakistan Canadian Cultural Association, good work that you do, and look forward to continuing to support you and all the many communities that make up multicultural British Columbia. Thank you very much.
We don't have too much. We have a tea ready, but any around the table, if they want to ask questions, of course, to the minister, yes. The media, if they want to ask any question, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. You just mentioned that it takes you around $50,000 to have that show there or the festival there,
yeah.
But you're only asking for $5,000.
Yeah. Well, this is yeah.
Let me first of all clarify. 5,000 is the maximum under this grant program. Yeah, so they're applying for the maximum.
We're applying for the maximum, but we will talk about how we come up, and we obviously get some donations, and we look up to. It's a good valuable thing you mentioned that we should ask more help, but whatever help is available, we never thought before, and we never thought 2 years ago that we will be able to reach out, but we are getting benefit because this has just came out. And we are not missing any minute, and we're going to apply for it. So $5,000 a lot for it.
I'm one of the members of the Pakistan Festival Committee also from Pcca. Our actual budget is not 50,000. It's pretty close to 75,000.
Wow.
If we add in the advertisement and that thing.
The City of Surrey's
so your own radio station is a sponsor of our program. So we get free advertisement from the Red FM. And I think we also get advertisement in Mr. Trin's program, and very thankful to this.
The community is helping out, but this is just a community-based.
So that's how we manage it, and then there are lots of businesses, and they contribute, and associations themselves contributing amount.
But Minister, don't you think the government needs to really step up? This is such a key festival, and we really need to go beyond and help.
We would love to step up and go beyond, as you say. Having said that, we have a fiscal framework that we have to respect, and I'm indeed very grateful that my colleague, the Minister of Finance, Kevin Falcon, was able to carve out $750,000 of a very limited budget to allow us to do this small grant program. We are hopeful that while the amount is modest, is small, up to 5,000, for many communities that is very meaningful. This is a big project, no doubt. 75,000 is a big project. The Pakistan-Canadian community is resourceful, is dynamic, and I'm confident they will receive the support, including financial support, to meet their goals, and we're grateful that we have the opportunity to participate at this level.
Could you still share with us, how did you arrive at this figure? What was considered at that time to ask for $5,000? What was the basis of the decision that you decided this is the amount that
because that's what, as the Minister has explained, that this is the maximum available.
Under that program.
So under that program, so that's what we applied for maximum. And the rest of the community has to do it from their own resources. And all the organizations, like there are 3 other organizations involved with us, so we contribute as organizations. And then there are businesses. So that's how we generate a lot of.
Minister, is your discretion to allot amount that 5,000 was fixed for a community, or you look at the population base? How do you decide?
It's a good question. This is a program that has criteria, and the criteria include its not-for-profit, and it's for a celebration of cultures, to bring cultures together, to highlight a particular culture, but open to all cultures. There are specific criteria, and to your question, this will be administered by the gaming grants branch of the government, who have the expertise at dealing with grant applications. So it will be arm's length from my office, and that's the way it should be, so that we have a process that is transparent and open to all.
Any other
From
questions?
this grant, 5,000 is going to Pakistan Festival or Pakistani Canadian Cultural Association.
Pakistan Festival
To whom
Committee,
will take,
Pakistani
to
Festival.
whom will issue the check.
Well, this is a good question. I think we are part of the Pakistan Festival Committee, and this is where the funds are going to go. We're not going to, and this is a good question for everybody here. Yeah, go ahead.
So, as part of the application, Pcca, Pakistani Canadian Cultural Association, we're applying for it, but we'll be giving $5,000, exactly the same amount, whatever we get from the ministry, directly straight to the.
But here the question come out that if PCCA wanted to apply for 5,000, why not the other organization who are in the festival committee, like Canadian Women Association, like the Pakistan Canada Association, like Youth Association, why not each association get 5,000 each?
I think now we're going to there are only $5,000 available for one event.
One festival. You consider one festival.
What we don't want is all the other the associations and other committees are applying for the same grant for the same festival. So it's one festival. It's for the Pakistani community, and we all are part of that festival, and we're just going to apply for one grant.
So my question is, when check is going to Pakistan Festival Committee or to PCCA?
Well, Mr. Rossi, let me answer this. Check will be issued to Pakistani Canadian Cultural Association of DC, which is our organization.
We're applying for
Then
it.
we will forward those funds to the Pakistani Festival Committee. Because me and Tosif are the 2 members from the PCCA. We are the board of directors with the Pakistan Festival Committee. So it will be our duty to take those funds to the Pakistani Festival.
And for the concern of who's doing what, I mean, within the committee, there are people there applying for example, funds from Van City. So we don't want to disintegrate and go against each other. You know, it's the same.
But it's a good question, and we've
one.
been glad, because we have South Asian media sitting here, we're glad that we're pulling up one program, and the all community is working together to celebrate the Pakistan Festival. It's not, we're not divided on that, and that's why we're trying, we're making the combined efforts to make this event successful. And we want the community to take the positive attitude, and if you know, towards these efforts, whoever is making the efforts. So when the positive attitude comes, the positivity comes, and that's why we've been successful for many years. Back there, I think Mr. Moinul Haq, Consul General of Pakistan, started this initiative, and since then our association is very heavily involved with this, and we're promoting the culture in any successful way possible, and this is why we're doing these events.
It is appreciated, John. It is appreciated. PCCA is trying from last maybe couple of months to involve you to getting funds through Multicultural Ministry. It is very good. They are awake. They are still pursuing for these
and it's
funds.
for community. So
and because unless we will not try, feed him. Then what my concern or my suggestion is to the other association, they should wake up also. And they all unitedly, if they pursue, not this year, maybe next year, and maybe ministry will think to give more funds, because more association will be involved, it will be good strength to go up.
that's, yeah, okay. Good. So this is it. Unless anybody else have any question,
May I take the opportunity of when Mr. Thind is here and Shruti is here, can you make a request? And don't want to put you on the spot here, but you guys are already sponsors for the Pakistan Festival, and I understand live on location is very expensive. It may not be possible, but can you guys try to give us some time? Maybe a limited amount of time, but
The way we do is the live on location is a separate commercial thing, with one or two reporters go there. They look at what you're doing, they interview from there. We call it cut-ins.
Yeah.
So we do the cut-ins, maybe an hour, 2 or 3 cut-ins, or we go twice, or one reporter stays there for a few hours for the important.
I think, Mr. Thind, we can talk about this later.
We definitely will come back.
Thank you very much.
We're very much involved, and we will discuss that. It's a separate issue. But other than that, if anybody wants to ask a question, okay.
I just had a comment. I really wanted to acknowledge all the time and effort and energy which goes into putting together these events. Because 75,000 is just a ballpark figure. That is just a monetary figure. But when you look at the volunteer efforts and the hours which go in it, and just the effort which comes just from the heart.
Yeah.
Very
So
true.
So I just wanted to acknowledge that.
That's the real value of the
Yeah.
festival.
Thank you. And
I would like to thank Mr. Minister and the participants to come into this event. The General Secretary of PCCA, I would like to thank everybody that they are here. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. And we also thank your organization for being cooperating us since the day one this event started. Even our organization started, you guys have cooperated with us and sponsored our events. We thank you very much. That's a great service you guys are also doing for the community. And also our other media, they are providing these services. And we thank you from the bottom of our heart for providing these great services for the community.
I am aware that other media, mainstream media, do make efforts to highlight events. I sometimes, when I have time, which is not a lot, when I have time to watch a bit of TV, I notice that whether it's Shaw or Global or CTV, they will have a segment where they're talking about community events. And that's very powerful, because this is sometimes during prime time. They'll have a 2-minute segment. There is no government advertising for communities, if that's the question. Yeah, it would be more, trying to access the information and share it with communities to approach the private sector. But we don't have a government television station that we can use. We know a lot of other societies, so I think maybe that may be a suggestion. That
if I can make it easier, I think we have
share.
a very good community liaison here. She's always a very supportive, and I can work through that channel, and I can actually come up with some great.
We can help spread the word.
Yeah. We can help spread. And thank you, Mr. Thain, and thank you, Shruti. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah.
Ya sahibal Jamal wa ya Sayyidal Bashar.
Subhanallah.